What's going on, guys? Klutch here once again. I hope you had a fantastic week. It is time for another week in review from ModHub. So today we're talking about all the mods that have come out in the last week in the ModHub. All of these mods we're talking about are available for all platforms, PC, console, Mac, you name it, it's out there in the ModHub. You can download it yourself right here, right now, and go pick these mods up yourself, guys. Lots of cool stuff has come out this week. Can we finally say that we're finally getting caught up with mods now? It looks pretty good, guys. So I mean, we're missing some map mods still, maybe a few other functionality mods, but as far as equipment goes, man, I've got so many files in my my file folder now. It feels like we're getting there. Anyways, guys, let's dive into this pitter patter.
Klutch simulations.
All right, so starting off, both these the tractor and the front loader here, guys. I discussed this in a previous video. I just had to put a video out when these first came out because they were kind of a big deal in my mind, at least. Pretty cool mods. So top right hand corner, you're going to find the link for the video on that if you want more information on these two mods. So the bear was it the 538? Yeah, 538. This mod front loader, you'll find more information on it. Nice looking front loader. And as well, the Veltra, the World Record Edition Veltra, the what is it here? Let me get that right. The T234. I want to call it the T35. Anyways, T234. Yeah, the super fast tractor. That's got a separate video as well. Pretty cool looking tractor. A lot of fun to drive, actually, guys. But that's in the other video as well. Ooh, look at that carbon fiber. Didn't see the sun reflecting off that before. Anyways, looks good. The first mod I want to talk about, however, is this right here, the weight. The barrel weight. Yeah, so that came out this week. That's a new mod. The nice thing about this, it's actually the lightest weight in the game too, and it's probably the cheapest from what I remember. Nothing special really about it other than that. We'll go take a look at it in the store quickly here. There we have it. It's the 550 and it's 550 kilograms. Shocker. 250 bones. Yeah, pretty cheap. And you can change the color. I think the color will actually cause it to increase in cost, will it? Yeah, it's $100 for a color change. Anyways, you have all the options there for colors. You can do whatever you'd like with it. Nice purple, pink. Anyways, you can choose whatever you'd like, guys, but 550 pounds, and I think most of the other mods, like there's not any other weights that are underneath that kind of a weight. Get rid of those. Yeah, 15, 1100, like 650 I think is really our lowest, and nothing quite that cheap. So as far as price wise goes, that's not bad. It is a little on the light side in comparison to everything else we've got, but hey, that's okay. So it seems that this week we've got our share of, you know, plows and cultivators, I guess. It seems like we got one for each different category this week. So we got a plow, we've got a power harrower, and a cultivator. Okay. We'll start off with the plow down here, guys. So it's a, what is it, the Kuhn Master. What is it, 153? That 153. That looks like a nice looking plow. Yeah, it is exactly as you'd expect. We'll look at the store so we can compare prices quickly, but it's a plow. It attaches the same as every other plow that you would have in this size. Obviously, I don't have access to this land, but anyways, that's all there is to it, guys. It does what you'd expect it to do. And flip it around, wheel spins. Yep, it's a plow. Let's go take a look at it in the store quickly. So you have the VariMaster 153. You're looking at 22 grand, 2 meters, 120 horsepower required, and you're going to do 12 kilometers per hour. Yeah, that's about it. There's some other options I think that I would go with before this one personally. If there's some other mods that came out more recently, the POH04 and the POH3, both are similar, I guess. This one here is almost identical. I mean, it requires a little bit more horsepower, 20 more horsepower, but it's cheaper. I just, yeah, and you actually have some options there, which is kind of nice. Yeah, I don't know. That's a pretty toss-up, and to be honest with you, if I had my option, my ultimate option would be go to the Weba, but yeah, so the VariMaster 153, that was a new one for this week. All right, we also got the Lemkin Zircon, I believe the name of this one is. Yeah, it's something that we've had something similar to this already in the game. However, this one does have field edge markers, I guess, or edge markers. I don't have much of a use for these power harrowers yet. I haven't found a situation where I really like to use them. but this one does do what you like it to do, I suppose. Let's see, we'll pick her up. It does look cool, and it looks like a big giant roller tiller essentially, right? There we go. Animated PTO, that's always good to see. You can get out and look around this thing. Watch your fingers. I don't know what the warning signs say there, but anyways. Alright, well, let's see if I can get back in this and turn that off. Alright, so let's go take a look at that in the store. So there we have it, the Zircon. It's $10,500. You got a 3-meter width, 15 kilometers an hour. It needs 120 horsepower. So very similar to the MKE 300 over here. It's just a little bit cheaper. So that's one of the things it has going for it, but it also requires a bit more horsepower. So that's a bit of a trade-off, I guess, there. Anyways, yeah, and you're missing the field markers, obviously, on the MKE. So that's it for that one. Let's move along over to our next cultivator. So for these 3 field cultivators, plows, this is the mod I find that I like the best of these 3 personally. This one here is a Amazon cultivator, obviously. I can't remember the number of this one. 6003, I believe, is what it was. I don't see it listed here, but anyways, we'll look in the store at it quickly as well. But we do have an Amazon cultivator, obviously, already available to us. However, this one's just not a little bit less width, and obviously because of that, it's cheaper. There we go, Amazon. Yeah, 6003. There we go. The 2TX Super. Works as you'd expect. Pretty much the same as the one we already have. It's just not quite as wide, so it'll be less horsepower, and it's a little bit cheaper. So let's go take a look at that one in the store. Go over to our cultivators. And then here is the 8003 Super, obviously. So this one here is 8 meters, 68,400 horsepower requirements. Oops. And we'll scroll down here. There we go, the 6,000 Super. So you're down to 6 meters from 8. Only a 300 horsepower, so it's a little bit less horsepower requirement, and 15 kilometers an hour. And once again, about $20,000 cheaper. So that's a nice trade-off for a plow instead of going with the big one. You can go down and save a little bit of money, and you won't need quite as big of a tractor, so that's not bad right there. All right, let's move on away from all our cultivators here and our our plows, I should say, and we'll go on to what's next. All right, so now we've got another Kuhn mower. We've got, once again, something similar to this already in game. This one here is a little bit different, but the swath is a bit of a different size, so we'll take a look at that. What is this, the GMD 2811? Let's take a quick look on how this one operates. So as you move it over, it just kind of slides out in front. And it lowers, obviously, pretty fast. We'll fire this up. You can see how the mechanisms all work, all animated. That did sound pretty accurate. I do like that noise. That sounded good. Anyways, we'll fire that down and put this away. And let's go take a look at it in the store. All right, so here is the Kuhn GMD 2811. The price you're looking at is $8,000. Width is 2.7 meters. I wouldn't even worry about the horsepower because there's nothing that has that little horsepower. I'll do 28 kilometers per hour. Now we can look at the other one that we currently have. We'll scroll this over. There she is, the 4411. So it's almost double the width, 4.3 meters. Requires 80 horsepower, but it's also $16,000. So that gives you a bit of an idea on what you're going to get with that. So different prices. So yeah, you have those 2 different options now. That's pretty cool. All right, let's move on. We got a couple trailers to look at here, guys. Yeah, so we have over here we got a big new bale trailer, and over here we got a new grain trailer. There we go, grain. That's the word I'm looking for. Let's take a look at this one here. This bale trailer. One nice thing about this is that it's fully kind of customizable for colors. You got rim color and you got deck color, so that gives it a nice look. Now I can't remember the name of this one off the top of my head. Let's go take a look at it in the store though. So I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce the name of it. That's why I couldn't remember it. I thought I saw this one maybe on PC and various websites under a different name. But anyways, so your options, you have 2 different wheel options. And then, like I said, you can change colors to whatever you'd like. If you want it to be white, you can do that, right? Kind of nice. And then same with the rim color. Oops, get over there. You can change your rim colors to whatever you see fit. Your price, $13,000 roughly, a little less. Yeah, there you go. That's all there is to it. All right, let's go take a look at the other trailer here. The Kempe, what is this, the 800? Yeah, the Bandit 800, that's right. Once again, it's got a few options to it. Nice looking grain trailer, sorry. We do have a couple of interesting options with this trailer we'll look at in the store. I like the Rhino up top there, I didn't even notice that. So that top piece is an option. I didn't have that on my initial testing one, so I didn't notice that. That's kind of cool. But that top piece, we can talk about that once we get into the store as well, because there's an interesting point to make about that. Let's go look. All right, so here we have the Bandit 800. As you can see, base price is around $70,000, $69,000. You've got a couple different options for wheels, as pretty much standard now. And the big option, not the big option, but we do have options for colors, obviously. You saw the black that I had out there. But the big option is in configuration. So the base is 28,000 liters, 28,400. You can move that up to 38 to 42. So that's the three options there for the base. But then if you want to go with the roof configuration like I had, and you'll notice these are all free. There's no price upgrade for those. But as soon as you go to the roof option, it goes down to 29,000 and it's a $500 upgrade. Now it does look cool, but it's an extra $500 and you get less width. So just be aware of that. So we can open that up, give you an idea what that looks like. There you go. So that opens up just like that. Looks pretty good. I do like that animation, but you're paying an extra $500 and you're going to lose a little bit of a little bit of capacity on it. Cool. All right, guys, let's look over at the JCBs next. Now, this is actually one mod pack. Very cool mod pack, mind you. So we got a couple skid steers. What's the model? The 325, that's right. So you got the 325 and the 260. One's tracked, one's wheeled, and you get a total accessory pack. Now, these are actually very cool. You get the bucket, obviously. We have the silage fork in there. You've got a hay bale fork. You've got a stump grinder. Pallet fork, and then which one's which here actually? I might have got these mixed up. One's a log fork, I guess. Must have been the silage over here. Anyways, very cool. These are great looking accessory packs. So I love the little JCB branding on all of them. They all have like a little bit of a JCB branding somewhere. Is the bale fork? Oh, the bale fork doesn't. Oh no. Well, I guess that one's out. The skid steers themselves also fantastic. Let's jump inside. Very cool. I don't know. These are awesome. I like the controls work as you'd expect. Actually, that little this accessory looks a little bit too big on the front. And you know what? It wouldn't be a Bobcat or a skid steer if you couldn't spin it super fast, right? I wish that the little Bobcat that I reviewed the other day had the oomph that these do. These ones here have just a little bit more speed. I feel like we should get a couple of these with some bale spikes and do some duels. There's a job for you. But yeah, great little mods. Whoa, let's see if we can get this thing. I'll zoom it out a little bit here so everyone doesn't get too dizzy. Spin her around. Love it. Let's go take a look at the store. All right, so underneath skid steer loaders, obviously we've got the New Hollands. There's the Bobcat we looked at a couple weeks back here now. Caterpillar, which is another different mod, but now we have the skid steer. JCB skid steer, that's the only model. It doesn't even give you the actual model numbers on it, but you have the 260 and the 325. And that's the only options you have, guys. So you're looking 58,000 and 68,000. Horsepower is the same between the two. I'm actually kind of surprised by that. But yeah, that's it for those guys. Cool. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. That's it for mods for this week. I'll probably see you again next week. Make sure you check back in. We'll see you then, I guess. If you enjoyed the video, guys, make sure you hit that like button. And as always, if you didn't, well, you know what to do there, of course. And we will see you then. Make sure you leave a comment down in the comments below if you have any questions or, yeah, you got anything down there. Love to hear from you. And we will see you next time, guys. This is Klutch. Over and out. Ooh, let's see how fast we can get this thing.